Good morning and welcome to this weekend's Brunch Club, where we toast to all the amazing, diversely faceted women out there, filling your cup with inspiration and encouragement as our guests share their personal stories, experiences with careers, family, parenting, equality, mentoring, and advice. The Brunch Club is where we raise a glass and champion female talent and leadership everywhere, and where sparkling is always encouraged. Now, here is your host, Rachel Swoboda.
Hi, I'm Rachel Swoboda, and welcome to this week's episode of The Brunch Club. We are here at Christina Weeby's studio in Laguna Beach, where you can come in and get your boudoir photo done. You can get your headshot done, the most miraculous portrait that you've ever had done. And I recently got mine done, and I know Tiffany, who I'm going to introduce you to in a second, just got her photos done. So without further ado, let me introduce you to what I lovingly call my very dear friend, Entice Me, Tiffany.
Hello.
So Tiffany owns an amazing company, and we're going to have some fun today. We're sitting here with champagne and a table full of goodies, and Tiffany says, well, what are we going to talk about? And I was like, well, we're sitting here with all of this fun stuff. What do you think we're going to talk about? First, tell everybody about Entice Me and about your company, and I think that will probably clue everyone in to where we're going.
My company, Entice Me, is the whole package of all things sexy and provocative.
Cheers. Cheers to sexy and provocative. Woo!
I not only have over 300 curated luxury products, but also all the support you need with coaching and digital courses as well.
Okay, so break it down. Products, coaching, classes. It's a whole sexy life.
It is a whole sexy life.
Okay, how did you get started with this? Because I think you're one of the bravest women. I mean, seriously. Did you ever see that movie, Meet the Fockers?
Yes.
Okay, when Roz is the sex therapist. After that movie came out, I told my mom, I said, Mom, I think that maybe I want to do something like this. I think this is the coolest thing. And she was like, I don't know how you would ever bring that to life. And then when I met you, I was like, she did it. Oh my God, she brought this to life. So tell me, how did you do it?
Well, growing up, I was always very interested in sex and very sexually minded. I had the dirty mind girl, but also saw that we never learned about pleasure as women. We were always told about consequences. And so it was never about what was pleasurable. So I always thought I just wanted more sex where I really wanted better sex. And when I discovered that and went through the journey of teaching myself about my body and about orgasms and self-pleasure, I was then able to achieve things in my life that I hadn't before. I could communicate with my partners.
How old were you when you were having this realization?
In my mid-20s.
Okay. So
over 20 years ago.
And then ever since then, you have made it, your life's mission to help other women get to that point. Because a lot of women, they're not having this aha moment in their 20s. You're helping them figure it out in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Yep. They've been living an entire life without coming to terms with their sexuality and asking for what they want. At least that's my interpretation.
So I was very fortunate that I was in my mid-20s. I had my first orgasm then, where 11% of women never have had an orgasm. And I thought I was the only person at the time that hadn't had an orgasm, but during intercourse, and most women think that they're alone. I thought I was alone, and when I started to do research, I found out that most of us go through that. And
okay, here's a funny question. Do people tell you, or do you ever ask in your sessions, like what's your first orgasm story? Is this like everyone has one, right? Well, except for the 11%. But do people talk about that?
Yeah, in our sexy soirees, one of the questions that we ask is, when was your first orgasm, or what was your most memorable orgasm? Really creating that open conversation to be able to talk about a subject that's always been taboo.
Wait, tell everyone, for those who don't know, about what is a sexy soiree.
A sexy soiree is where we get together as a group of women and a house party and talk about sex. So we talk about products, and
it's like the modern day version of what a Tupperware party used to be, right? I mean,
only better plastics.
Better plastics, better beverages,
and better conversation.
Absolutely, because it's honest and it's a safe place.
It is.
Okay. I don't even want to wait till the second half because I'm too excited to dive into the products that we have that are right here. When you say better plastics, when I was a young girl, I will tell everyone, this will be great. My best friend, we've been best friends since we were like 8 years old. We went to college together. We were in each other's weddings. But when we were in high school, we went to one of those stores, Condom Revolution type stores. And we, as like a joke gift, got one of our girlfriends a vibrator. And she will hate me for telling this story, but we did. And it looked kind of like this champagne glass. I mean, it was hard and it was long and it was bright red. And it was like, I guess that's what, toys look like. We were just very curious. Anyways, that is nothing about what is on the table right now. We've come a long way.
We have come a long way. There's still a lot of products out there that are questionable. And why I say that is because when I was doing research to put my company together, I found out that chemicals that were outlawed in children's toys weren't outlawed in adult toys. So we're putting the most horrific chemicals in the most absorbent parts of our body. So I've curated a line that's all body safe, non-toxic, luxury, things that you would never even know that are a vibrator.
Okay, so this one is an incognito product. This is something that
I think I was wearing it when I first met you.
Yes.
And
it looks like it's a necklace, and it looks like a stylus, something that you would use, with your iPad. But it is so much more than that. It is. Secretly, what's happening here?
It vibrates. It has 3 different standard modes and then a pulsating mode as well.
Okay.
And it's all USB rechargeable, medical grade stainless steel. Just really awesome. And you can have it for on the go.
It comes in different colors. And one year for Christmas, it was such an honor to gift these to the women lady friends in my life. I think they were a little not ready for that, but I thought it was an amazing holiday gift. So I'm just saying, if you need ideas, and if you wear it all the time.
I wear it all the time.
Yeah. I love this, and it's spectacular. So
I just was reading an article about with self-driving cars how there's more sex in cars now, and so this is something that you can use yourself and make traffic so much better.
So much better. I mean, who has a self-driving Tesla? Okay, I mean everybody wins.
Everybody.
No road rage for those with the necklace. Just saying. Oh, okay.
I might have had.
On the way here, okay.
Not on the way here, but once in a while.
All right. Okay. You know what? Hey, I have been known to avoid road rage in the car too. It's totally fine. Okay. What else do we got here?
We have items because pelvic health is one of my big focuses, and I really believe that everything stems from our pelvic floor and our sacral chakra. So this helps you do your Kegels, so you don't do the sneeze and pee, but also so you can have amazing, strong orgasms.
Okay, wait a minute. As a mother of 2, I have the sneeze and pee problem. It's really, really. It looks like a balloon. You squeeze it? How does this work?
This goes inside, and this is actually the Bluetooth piece that plays on your phone, and you do a 5-minute video game exercise with your vaginal muscles.
What? Okay, so I can get my workout in, basically?
And it tracks it just like a Fitbit, too, so you can, keep track of your strength, endurance.
Okay, and people can get all these products, by the way. You can get them all directly through Tiffany.
Yes, on enticeme.com.
Okay, all right. Keep going. All right, you're on a roll.
This is our most popular product. It's really awesome. You can wear it for self-pleasure, but you can also wear it during sex. So this is going to go inside, and so you're going to get stimulation on your G-spot and on your clitoris, and it's remote control. And the way that it sits, a penis can still go in there.
Oh, and that's how it works. I love the demonstration, but also the controller.
The controller also is a vibrator, so your partner, whoever has the controller, can feel what you're feeling as well.
So is this also like, hey, I'm going to a really boring dinner party or
networking event.
Or networking event, yeah. And my partner's going to be there, and he can sort of...
We can have a lot more fun.
A lot more fun.
I might know from experience on that also.
I have a birthday coming up. No.
I know you
do. Okay, all right.
Then this is something that I just have to plug because it is one of my favorite things. I love wearing heels and being a girly girl, and in my past life I wasn't able to do that because I was in a very stressful corporate career. But you know how you wear your high heels and your feet start to hurt? Well, this just kind of desensitizes them enough that you can wear your heels all day.
Really?
And it's a desensitizer for other parts of the body, but it really works great on your shoes.
It works great. I mean, do you spray it on the sole of your foot or on the heel or both?
Everywhere that your feet hurt or rub, like I do it on the balls of my feet and then on the top if some part is going to rub.
Does it make them tingle or no?
It just numbs them just enough that you can wear your shoes all day.
Okay, all right. And this is called High Heel Hack. Ooh, very cool. All right, now this was the one that I really wasn't sure about. Well, it looks like a horn.
So we have, the traditional pocket rocket, kind of like the first style of toy most of us get. But this has attachments, which is great for different sensation.
Oh, that's okay.
And so one of the ways that I teach women to really get out of their head and into their body is to just focus on where the touch is. And so this is something that can really help, even in a non-sexual way, to focus on just where the points of contact are instead of what you're thinking about and everything else that's going on in the world.
When we come back from our break, we're going to talk about, getting you out of your head, focusing on the touch. And then I also want Tiffany to dive in how she has worked with people who've gone through different health challenges in their lives. I mean, as fun as sex is, and as much as we all love it, like there are serious things that happen when you have cancer or when you go through menopause or, as your life evolves. And we're going to talk about that and dig into it when we come back. Thanks. We are back with Tiffany from Entice Me, and we are talking all about sex and pleasure and how to be comfortable in your own skin and with your sexuality, and not just with your partner, but also on your own, and also as you're going through the different life stages that we all are going to go through or have gone through, whether it's going through menopause or going through your childbearing years and all of the ebbs and flows of that and how it plays into your sexuality. So, Tiffany, I'm so grateful that you made this business for all of us women because we need you. It is like the blind leading the blind. And sometimes we're together and I find myself opening up to you and talking with you about things that I don't talk about with anybody. And you were like, oh, everybody does that.
And that's why I started doing what I do, because I just found that people always were just sharing their stories with me and telling me about their most intimate issues and concerns and questions.
And you're so respectful about it. Seriously, like you just are like, absolutely, I hear you, I'm with you. You're not alone in this journey. I'm here with you. So let's dig in a little bit to some of the specific things that women go through that you've helped them with.
Well, obviously we all have things that we think we're alone in. What really gets my heart going is that I work with cancer survivors who have had body-altering surgeries and life-altering events, traumatic events, and chemotherapy I found puts women into an artificial menopause, and a lot of times their doctors don't even tell them about that. So
and what does that mean for their sexual health?
It just means that they're experiencing all of the problems that are associated with menopause, vaginal dryness and low libido and painful sex, and then they have had usually part of their femininity removed, and to be able to accept that and to be able to involve their partner also is very difficult for a lot of people.
So do you work with women like individually during that journey and with their partner?
And their partners. And
what does that look like for somebody who is maybe watching and thinking, oh my God, like I need that? You know, how would they what's the journey that they go through with you? Because they're not just going to go to like one of the parties, right? Like it's going to be more intimate.
It's a more intimate. So I do public presentations with Hoag Health and Hoag Healing with the survivorship groups, but also I work individually with my clients to really dive in and find out what we can do to change their mindset and to teach them how to communicate and get healthy again, vaginally and mentally and emotionally, so that they can have an intimate relationship.
Wow. And does that happen, I know you said with cancer,
so many things, but we think about cancer, yeah, that makes sense, but menopause, divorce, even if you're a child of divorce, a lot of times we have baggage about sex or shame around sex or intimacy and how relationships work. And so I work individually with my clients on a minimum of 4 months basis.
4 months? I didn't know that. 4 months. I mean, it makes sense. I get it. It's not like a one and done moment. I mean, if you think about you guys know, I work out with Webb Travis, right? I mean, he says it takes 3 months to even start to see a real change in your body in terms of muscle and fat reduction and whatever your goals are. I don't know why, for some reason I thought, oh yeah, they meet with you, they have a counseling session. It's just like working out. You have to
it's
go
a
through the journey
of, there's homework every week and there's activities, and a lot of it is self-reflection and learning about yourself and learning how to touch yourself and learning to love yourself again. One of my favorite first activities that I recommend to most of my clients is to just stand naked in front of a mirror and look at yourself.
Oh my God, who's
appreciate your body.
I want to know, if you're watching this, if you've ever done that. And I got to tell you, when you say just stand there, you don't mean as you're getting out of the shower and you just pass by a mirror.
No,
you mean
stand
there
by a mirror, in front of a mirror, completely naked, and just thank your body for what it's gone through and our scars and our cellulite.
Okay, so I normally stand, if I'm going to stand there, okay, and have this, my inner negative self-talk will come out oh yeah, that used to be tighter, and that didn't used to have a scar on it, and it's ooh, that's gotta be tough. Sorry to ask, but do they have to write this stuff down?
Yeah, it's good to write it down.
Oh God. Oh.
But especially for you as a mom, you should always be talking positive about your body, because you have a daughter who, when she hears you say, oh, I look fat in this, or I don't like myself, and she's going to go, oh, well, then what do I look like?
Okay, well, I try not to say it out loud, but the absolute double-edged sword is that she does externally process her negative self-talk. She's 9, right? So she says things. She's starting to develop. We recently had a big fight the other morning, and she had it with her dad too about wearing a bra, but she needs to start wearing. And it was like, she doesn't like this, she doesn't like that. And I was telling her, like, no negative self-talk. I'm the biggest hypocrite. And like, I was like, I do it, but I don't want you to do it. And I want you to just like have positive affirmations.
Well, we tell ourselves things that we would never allow someone else to say to us.
Yeah.
And it's so bad. It's when you can change that, it changes a lot in your life, because if we love ourselves first, we can accomplish so much more, and it attracts a different person to us.
Yeah.
Because, whether it's business or love or relationships or family, it's like you just attract better things when you love yourself.
Absolutely. I think that's, what do they say? When you work out, you get the endorphins, like the positive energy. And when you, circling back to your whole business, when you have a sexy health, like a sexual, what do you call it? Your sex life is healthy.
Yeah, when you have a healthy sex life.
Whether it's with masturbation or with your partner, that gives you positive endorphins too.
Oh, it's the best endorphins. It creates more oxytocin than anything, which not only boosts our immune system, it increases our happiness factors, it makes our skin look better, it produces collagen, it gets rid of headache, just pretty much anything that you want. It reduces pain, it allows us to push through and do things and ask for things that we normally wouldn't ask for.
What do you mean ask for?
So when we have an orgasm, it produces oxytocin and endorphins and neurochemicals that are released into our bodies, which block a pain receptor, which allow us to then push past and do things that we wouldn't normally do. So if you're going to go on stage and ask, present, or close the sale, or if you're an Olympic athlete and you want to run, or it blocks that pain receptor so you can do things that you wouldn't normally do. So sex and money are very, very connected.
I don't think many people know that.
Subconsciously, men know that. That's why they masturbate all the time. But women need to learn that, I really believe, because I think we can really start to close the gender wage gap that way, because we'll ask for what we want.
I love that. The gender wage gap
really
how bothers me.
It bothers me too.
Continually bothers me. And then I read the other day about the pink tax.
Oh yes, that's another whole thing.
Yeah, if you guys don't know about the pink tax is when, let's say you're going to go buy something. I don't care if it's a toothbrush, okay? If it's pink, it's going to cost more than the blue one. Or if it's deodorant, or if it's a razor. Like they're charging women more for their products, even though they're the exact same as men, except for the color. And then we get paid 73 cents on the dollar?
Yeah, 73 to 79 cents on the dollar.
Yeah.
So we're really getting double dipped there.
It's really terrible. So, but we'll talk about that another day. As we wrap up here, is there anything else that you want people to know about how to get in touch with you? How do they know when it's the right time in their lives to get in touch with you? Any of that.
Well, you can always get in touch with me at enticeme.com. That's the easiest, or Tiffany at enticeme.com. I think that we oftentimes think, oh, everything's good, everything's fine. I think that's really the opposite of what we want, because we want things to be great, so it can always be improved. And I've always been a student of personal development and growing in every area of my life. And we get coaches in so many areas of our life, but we don't get a coach in the most important thing, sex.
Which is going to impact all of the other areas too.
It's total cardio health, first of all. Stress relief. But, just being able...
Personal cardio. Yeah.
Yes. So I can give you 5 key things to be able to have better sex today, and we can put the download on. It's my little black book of better sex, and we'll put the link on so that you can have it. It's bit.ly/L and then BB better, and it will give you the download. But it's 5 key things that will get you better sex today. And it's a lot about communication and your own self love. But I just say to everybody, have an orgasm a day.
It's like an apple a day,
yeah.
And it's an orgasm a day?
Mae West said it. She said an orgasm a day keeps the doctor away. It really does. It is something that you can do for yourself. When we really love ourselves and take time to pleasure, we can achieve great things in life.
I love it. Okay. Well, you heard it here. Okay. The words of a very wise, very healthy, amazing woman. Thank you for being so open about this today.
My pleasure.
I love
Thanks for having me.
I love talking about sex. I love talking about women's health and wellness and all the different ways, shapes, and forms that can be achieved. So definitely circle back with Entice Me, Tiffany, and let me know if you've got any questions. But thanks for joining us on this week's episode of The Brunch Club.
Thanks for stopping by the Brunch Club. It's been our pleasure to share this time with you. We look forward to bringing you more sparkling inspiration next weekend. If you have feedback, topics, or want to nominate someone to be a guest on the show, please reach out to us at rachel@sundaybrunchagency.com. Cheers!
Hello everyone, my name is Christina Webby. Welcome to my studio. I have created a system for my photo shoots to help you get the best outcome from each experience. The first step is the booking and the consultation, then the preparation steps, then the photo shoot itself, and lastly, we have the reveal and order session. First thing is the consultation, which is one of the pillars for the photo shoot. We'll go over all of the steps needed to accomplish the look that you're going for. We'll discuss the theme and the wardrobe. We'll cover all of that in person if possible, and I'll help you plan your photo shoot and prepare to reveal yourself and look your best for the camera. After the consultation, I'll hand you my welcome guide. This guide is very important to prepare you for the experience. It contains a wardrobe guide, a beauty guide, a product guide, also a written section on what to expect. When you're prepared, you'll feel confident. And that confidence comes from within. But it's a process I can help with. The professional hairstylists and makeup artists at the studio are really good at making you look your best version of yourself. 10 days after the photo shoot, you'll come back to the studio for your reveal session. This session is when you see your printed and matted photos on the wall for the first time. This session is where you decide which photos you love and you want to take home. Feeling confident and beautiful isn't something that pops up in front of the camera. The consultation and the preparation, the wardrobe session and the beauty guide, and everything you do prepares you for the experience. This photo shoot will help you own your femininity because it's a very personal experience and it teaches you about yourself. Photo shoots are very important because it reminds you of how beautiful you are. Your beauty is not in your lips or in your arms, it's in the way you look at people. It's in the way you reveal yourself and allow yourself to be viewed and seen with confidence, with power, and with grace. I am inviting you to a personalized photo shoot at the studio with me. It is so much fun. So let's do this.